In this video, I am going to solve for x in this given equation. In order to solve for x, we just need to get rid of these denominators. Remember, x squared minus 25 could be simplified by using the difference of squares formula. Remember, a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So x squared minus 25 is equal to x squared minus 5 squared, which is x plus 5 times x minus 5. So this is the LCD of this number and this number. So I'm going to multiply this equation by the LCD, which is x squared minus 25. Now this one I'm going to multiply by the factor, which is x plus 5 times x minus 5. This is just a convenience for cancellation. Look, x minus 5 is here. And then I'm going to multiply this by x squared minus 25. Now there are some cancellations coming in this. Cancel out, that gives me negative 56. And this cancel out, that gives me x times x plus 5. Look, x and x plus 5 is equal to 2 times x squared minus 25 on the right hand side. Now I'm going to use distributive property to simplify it. So negative 56 plus x times x is x squared, x times 5 is 5x, is equal to 2 times x squared is 2x squared, and 2 times negative 25 is negative 50. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to subtract 2x squared from both sides. Subtract 2x squared and add 50 to both sides. If I did that, negative 56 plus 50 is negative 6. X squared minus 2x squared is negative x squared, and then bring down the 5x. And on the right hand side, everything cancel out, and that gives you 0. So let me just rewrite it in order. Minus 6 is equal to 0. Now I want to make it look nicer, so I'm just going to multiply both sides by negative 1. That's going to give me x squared minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Now I can factor it using the techniques for factorization. So x squared minus 3x minus 2x, which is negative 5x, right, plus 6 is equal to 0. Now I group things. This is one group and this is another group. In the first group I could factor out x, that's going to give me x minus 3. In the second group I could factor out negative 2, that's going to give me x minus 3, which is equal to 0. X minus 3, x minus 3. I factored that out. If I did that, in the first one I have x, in the second one I have negative 2, which is equal to 0. Now let me write it out here. You have two numbers, x minus 3 and x minus 2, and that's, by the way, equal to 0. Now you don't know which one is 0. So think of this scenario. A and b are two different numbers. A times b is equal to 0. So it must be the case at least one of them is 0. What if a is equal to 0? In that case, you're going to have 0 times b, which is 0. Good. What if, on the other hand, b is equal to 0? In that case, you're going to get a times 0, which is equal to also 0. So in either case, one of them is going to be 0. In our case, we don't know which one is 0. So let's assume that x minus 3 is 0. In that case, my x is going to be just 3. So that's one possible solution. The other situation is, or what if x minus 2 is equal to 0? In that case, my x is going to be 2. So these are two possibilities for my solution. Now we still have to check whether these two equations, they satisfy this, and we can do so pretty easily, by the way. Let's look at the first one. So negative 56 over x squared. So I'm just plugging it into the left hand side right here. X squared, my x is 3, so it's going to be 9, 3 squared, minus 25 plus x over x minus 5, which is 3 over 3 minus 5. That's going to give me negative 56 over negative 16 plus 3 over negative 2. So it's going to be negative and negative cancel out. 56. So 4 goes into 16 4 times, 4 goes into this 14 times, 2 goes into this twice, 2 goes into this 7. So it's going to be 7 over 2 minus 3 over 2, which is, by the way, 7 minus 3 over 2, which is 4 over 2, which is just 2. exactly what we have on the right hand side, so it just checks. So this one checks. Similarly, you can check the other one, this one, x equal to 2. By the way, it will check too. I just want to save some video time so that you don't have to deal with downloading things slowly. If you plug in x equal to 2 on the left hand side of this equation, it will evaluate to the number 2, which is on the right hand side. So both of these equations, so my solutions actually are x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 3. So both of these are solutions to this given equation. I hope that this discussion was helpful. Thank you very much.